Hi everyone and welcome to Swipe Abroad. My name is Abin Mathew Varghese. I'm a certified education counselor for Australia. So today's topic is all about how you can write an SOP for Australian universities, right? You've been noticing that Australia is getting strict every intake. So if you're planning to go in the November 2023 or Feb 2024, you have to follow these steps which I'm going to talk about, and you have to write the SOP in that way. Okay, how effectively can you write based on these topic can decide on how you can clear your GTA requirements. So let's start today's video. So before we start discussing these points, I just want to tell you that SOP is a very strong document. The reason I'm focusing on a very word is SOP can't be copied, and please don't copy, because universities do have plagiarism softwares where they check if have you copied it or not, which goes into a different situation and you may not get your admissions right. So universities do ask you SOP before admissions and before applying for your visa. So there are two types of SOP that you need to prepare. One, the first SOP is 300 words, and the second SOP is less than 1500 or 1000 words. Okay, they actually don't want to see you in 5 to 6 or 7 pages. You have to bring it down. We have seen that students do write 7 to 8 pages or 15 pages. You don't need to write. Okay, you just need to have the points on those. Based on that points, maybe 5 to 8 sentences or some tabular way where the other person who's reading your SOP can understand what this document is all about. Okay, what is the student trying to say, what is this student trying to do in Australia, what is he planning to study in Australia, what is the intention, is he planning to come back. So all this can be written in a very nice way, and you have to write in a nice way so that the university as well as the immigration can understand you. Okay, so this is a small gist about it. So two SOPs, one for 300 words and one for less than 1500 words. So my recommendation is write the 1500 words or less first, so that you can compress it to the 300 words, which makes it easier for you. Okay, you in the description you can find the template. Please download the template. You can find the template means I have mentioned the points that is required to write. Okay, and on this video I would explain a bit more about each points, which makes it more easier for you to understand on how to write it. Okay, SOP is required for all the students. If you're from, even if you're not from India or if you're from anywhere else in the world, you need an SOP. Okay, SOP is just a document which shows that you are genuinely planning to study in Australia, and you have the funds, and you meet all the requirements, and you are totally you have no other intentions other than to study. Okay, so it's been a bit tricky on how you write, because different consultant, different university has different way of writing things, right? So I've combined all the way together, brought into few specific points. So you just need to write on that, and remaining your consultants should help you on fixing this. Okay, we also have a review team. If you have completed it on the points that I've mentioned, you can use our review team to review your SOP, and we will help you to review it. So the first point is introduction about yourself and your family. So it's a very simple topic that you can write about yourself. Just write 3 to 4 sentences about yourself, like your age, your current living location, and about your parents. Parents means your father and your mother. If your parents are working, just mention that my father is working in a bank as a manager, or my mother is a homemaker, and all those details, small specific details. You don't need to write a big story about it. If you have siblings, just mention I got 2 siblings, younger to me or elder to me, who is currently studying or working, or whatever situation they are. Just mention their age and their current employment. that is fine. Okay, so that's the first sub point. Okay, so the second sub point is education and employment history. So it's about yourself. Just write about yourself. So what all qualifications you have. So I finished high school in 2007. I've achieved 93%. After that, I completed a bachelor degree in business, which I had 90% overall. Okay, after completing my bachelor's, I also did a diploma course, diploma in information technology and accounting, which was for 2 years, blah blah blah. Then I worked in this company as an accountant or a financial advisor or whatever it is, okay, for so and so period of time. I started on this date, I completed on this date. Okay, so have only the points that I'm asked. You don't need to write extra. Don't top up with unnecessary sentences, because it'll just increase words. Okay, so after this you write about gaps. Okay, if you have any gaps more than 6 months or 6 months, so let's talk if you had a medical condition. Okay, medical history. So you can say I had an accident in the last 6 months, which I'm totally fine at the moment. I had a small surgery for this, and my medical history started from so and so date till today. Okay, so whatever gap you are mentioning, please also provide them with an evidence. If you don't give them an evidence, they will not believe you. Okay, whatever you say, you have to show evidence. Example, if you say that I have $25,000 as living cost in my account, which is from the last 1 year, you have to show that document, otherwise they will not believe. So that's how it is. So even with the personal information, right, you are saying your name, your date of birth, and this all the stuff, you are showing your passport, so that is again an evidence for them. Okay, so evidence is mandatory. Okay, so gap, if there is a gap for more than 3 or 6 months, please talk to your consultant as well as or your university, and if they tell you mention these points in that, please do mention, and it is important. Okay, so the next point is previous immigration history. So let's imagine you're applying for this course for the second time. Okay, the university issued you a new COE to apply for the second time. So just mention I had a previous refusal. Based on the refusal, I have fixed my requirements to complete the visa process. Okay, so just write maybe 2-3 sentences about your previous refusals and what all changes have you made, so that the officer can check those points and review it again for you. Okay, so that's the first point. Okay, it is not that hard, it is pretty much simple and straightforward. So from the second point, it is more about research. So you might need to do some research when you write your answers. Okay, don't just copy it from somewhere and put it. If you can provide URLs, that's the website links, that where did you refer the answers from, it would be nice. At least the university will understand that you just not copied it, you have done a research, and on the basis of the research you have written the question. The second subpoint is why choosing this course with this university. Okay, maybe example, you have a university, so why are you choosing bachelor's of nursing or bachelor's of IT with this specific university? What makes it so special? So you have to go to the university website, read about the university, read the about page, what makes it so special, what motivates you to study in this specific university, why is this so university so much catching your eye, and what dream did you have about this university. So that's what they want an answer. You can find information from the university website itself, okay, which can give you a brief information, and on that information you can rewrite on this topic. It's not that hard. Again, you get it from straight away from the website. Just go to the website. Okay, so the second sub point is what course do you want to do in this university, what is the cost, what is the duration of the course, what all subjects do they teach, what are your career opportunities. So the reason of asking these questions is they just really want to know why you really want to study this course and in this university and in Australia. So to get a deeper understanding about yourself, that is the reason they're asking this. Okay, so this information is available on the website. So example, you're planning to do bachelor's of nursing, you just go into that website, you can find the duration, you can find the price, you can find what all subjects are you studying, and also please note few subjects that you like. Okay, you are very much interested to learn those subjects. Okay, maybe it might be a specialization for you, right? So be specific on those subjects, because towards the middle they will be asking those subjects, and you can elaborate on those subjects. Okay, so that's with the second point of that. Okay, so the third sub point to the second question is, what is the career opportunities? So after completing the course, okay, what all jobs can you look, or what all jobs can you do? So being completing bachelor's of computer science, okay, you can work as a computer engineer, you can work as an artificial intelligence developer, or anything, right? So to get this information, again, you can just go to the course page of the on your university website. Okay, and you can, if you go towards the middle of the page, you can find course opportunities, career opportunities. In that career opportunities, you can find few. So in that, you can choose what all careers you can choose. Okay, so it is again pretty much important. You have to write 3 to 4 sentences, or 3 good sentences about it. Okay, so the fourth sub point in the second point is changing your career path. So what does that mean is, if you're planning to take a masters of nursing graduate entry program, so what is that program? Australian university is allowing you to do nursing program after completing any bachelor's degree, that it might be an engineering or an IT degree. So they are giving you that opportunity to change your career. Okay, and it should be really convincing to the university to accept or give you an admission or the visa. Okay, so pretty much write good sentences about it. You don't need to write 5 to 10 sentences. Good 4 to 5 sentences should be fine, but those 4 to 5 sentences should be very much convincing. So the next point is, that is the fifth sub point in the second point: how are you planning to overcome your academic progress? So example, you had only 55 percentage, or your academic scores were less, and still university is trying to give an admission, and you're writing an SOP. Just write about this paragraph, that over the few years my academic score was not that great, because due to COVID, over the last 2 years we had schools shut for a while, and we had loss of resources, and I had issues with that. I needed time to cope it up, so my scores really went down. But in the future, as a student, as an excellent student, I would prove myself to get a good score in the upcoming course in this university. So something like that, again, 3 to 4 good sentences. Just see, when I mean sentences, just write only on that topic. Don't bring big stories into it. It might be confusing. See, they already know your profile, seeing all your documents, right? But they just, some words, some strong convincing sentences can make a good profile. So just focus on that. Okay, so that's with that point. Coming to the third point is again another important point. Why did you not choose your home country to study this course? Okay, so there are so many courses actually in your home country, right? So why didn't you choose your home country, and why did you choose Australia for this course? So for students, so what I've noted is, in India, bachelor's of community service specific course is not available, so they only have bachelor's of social work. So it is good for students to write, you can straight away write that the country doesn't offer this specific course, bachelor's of community service. They directly teach you social work. So my interest is towards community, so doing community service. So hence I chose Australia. This is a good sentence, but this is just an example that I've said. But there are few points to this also that you need to focus on. So the first sub point is list of universities that offer the same course. Okay, so that means I've actually mentioned a table format in the template. If you see, you can see a table format where you can write about the university name and the reason you didn't choose. Okay, towards the end you can see a table columns asking the reason you didn't choose this course in this specific university. So which makes it a bit more convincing. Rather than writing big sentences, which is not easy to understand, it's better on a table view. So the second sub point to the third point is disadvantage of universities. So again, decide three sentences why these universities are not good, why it doesn't make you feel motivated. Okay, why Australia is, you feel Australia is better or this university is better. Okay, that's what you need to write. Don't write a big sentence to it. Third sub point to the third point is so advantages of studying this course in different countries. Okay, so other than in your country, if you study this course in other countries, what advantages do you have? Again, I have mentioned few points for that. Okay, which gives you a clue. Okay, it gives you a clue where you can think more on it and write more about it. Okay, so hope that helps. Okay, so the fourth point is the reason of choosing Australia to complete this course. Okay, it's a big point to write about. Why are you choosing Australia? Why not other countries? Why not UK? Why not Canada? All these points. So if you see in the template that I have given you sub points. In the sub points, I have given you hints. I have given you keywords where you can expand more on it, and it's more easier for you to understand. Okay, so what you can do is you can take those keywords, and based on the course you choose, you just need to write it on that. Okay, again, you don't need to write more big sentences for each sub point. Just write basic points and the correct points that you require. Okay, so why are you choosing Australia? Why not UK? Why not Canada? What makes it so different? What is the financial differences you have? What's the climatical differences you have? What makes it more is universities in Australia better than the US or the UK? So all these differences might come. These need research. Okay, university is looking for researched answers, again not copied answers. So the next point, that is the fifth point, is reason for choosing Melbourne or any other states in Australia. So let's take that you are planning to study in Melbourne. Okay, why did you choose Melbourne to study this course? Okay, what makes it so different than the other states? So you don't need to demotivate the other states, because every state has its own features, right? So example, if you're planning to study in Melbourne, so you can talk about the climate, you can talk about the housing, you can talk about the jobs. Okay, which can makes it more easier for you while you're a student in Australia. So finding jobs and finding houses in Melbourne is easier than going to a regional area. So this point is an again valid point where you can write. Okay, so that's with the fifth point. Coming to the sixth point, reason for choosing to study in this specific university. So let's take you wanted to study in University of Melbourne, okay, and you wanted to study Masters of Business Analytics. So why did you choose this course? How is it different from the other university? You can mention about the courses, you can mention about the career opportunities, you can mention about the fees. You can also mention about subjects, because every university's delivery subjects are a bit different. So if University of Melbourne is giving you specific subjects that you were really looking for, you can mention those topics. Okay, those headings or those subject names. Okay, so again, in a table view format, you can explain this sixth point, and which makes it more convincing for them to understand. Okay, so the seventh point is your financial metrics. So what does this mean is, so you might need to show the 1 year tuition fees plus your living cost plus your health cover and your travel cost, right? The total, maybe let's say maybe a total is $40,000. So this $40,000, how are you planning to show? How are you planning to pay your fees? Who is paying your fees? Okay, what is the mode of payment? Is it through a banking institution, which is via loan or fixed deposit, or is it via from your savings account? A basic information on how are you planning to pay your fees, because not only your academics, it is also your financials. Your financials also should be strong, and it depends on the country also. Specifically, if you are from India, Pakistan, or Bangladesh, your funds should be strong, right? You have to show that you have strong funds and your family is financially stable to support you for your education. Hence, considering all these factors, they give you a visa or an admission, right? So the eighth point is future career plans after completing the course. So what is your plan after completing the course? So you cannot say that you are planning to migrate to Australia after completing the course, which is not possible, and straight away they may not give you a visa or an admission, right? So after completing the course, what all career opportunities you have, which all countries or which all jobs can you apply for, what all jobs can you apply for, and what are the salary expectations you have. All right, so you can go for like, after completing the course, I want to run a business, or I want to take over my family business and expand it to a different level. At this point of, just write about your family business. Okay, you might have a logistics business, right? So I have a family business which is in logistics. Currently the revenue of the business is $1 million. So me having a better knowledge, international knowledge, can bring in more inputs to the company, and we can expand the company. So just don't write it, just have a brief good introduction about it, about your company, and do some research on how you can build your company and how this course will help you to build your company. That is with the business part. If you're not into businesses, or if you're into business, or if you're just into jobs, like after completing bachelor's of information technology and I want to specialize in artificial intelligence, nowadays Google is giving a lot of options or a lot of opportunities for graduates who have completed the specific course. And if you are into engineering side, so you can talk about petroleum or mining, right? You can talk about the GCC countries offer a lot of engineering jobs. Okay, have a research on it, which all companies. So example, Saudi Aramco provides a lot of job opportunities for students who have completed specific degrees with specific subjects. Okay, have a research on that. You have to do a research. They want to know, and you have to convince them that my intention is not to study and settle here or do job here, and somehow, no. You have to show that how strong your profile is, what is your intention after you complete your studies, what type of jobs are you looking for, how does it help your family also. Okay, indirectly they also mean how are you planning to pay back your fees. Okay, that's an indirect question. So after completing the course, I can look for jobs in the big five companies or Google or any big companies or any other big oil companies, and I'm expecting a salary of maybe $10,000 per month or $20,000 per month, which can cover my loan for my education. Okay, all the points from the beginning till the end have a connection. Don't write separate, doesn't make any sense to it. So this that's how you make a very strong SOP. Okay, so that's with the eighth point. Okay, there are few, I think, five sub points to it. Explain it well. Again, 3 to 5 sentences should be good. So the ninth point is about the intensive to return back to your home country after completing the course. So what strong incentives you have, that is like what promising things that you have that you will come back to your home country. Okay, it can be family ties, it can be businesses back home, it can be social things. There are so many things into it, so many things, right? So example, if you have a business, my father has a business in so and so company with a revenue of this much. So after completing the course, I have to come back and make sure I have to take over the business or whatever. Okay, which is promising. Or if you have any strong offer letters from any future companies, it is pretty much difficult to get future offer letters, but if you can get that, it's very strong. Okay, so but don't get it from any company. Make sure you have a legit company offer letter. After completing the course, we are ready to offer so and so person has a software developer or whatever job with so and so salary, which makes your file a bit more stronger. Okay, so you also can add your asset valuation of your family. So example, you have an asset of valuation of maybe 2 million, 5 million or 10 million, whichever amount. You have to create an asset valuation report where it shows the valuation of your family, right? Maybe your assets, your land, your businesses, your properties, and a lot of things. So you can write that we have an asset valuation of maybe $5 million. So over the period of time, I have to take care of the businesses, I have to take care of the properties, or whatever it is. Okay, which again brings a strong incentive for the ninth point. So these are the main 9 points that you need to focus on. Okay, it is. I hope it's not that hard. It is more of the research, but just make sure everything is connected to each other. If you lose the connection, your story might go into a different situation or a different way. At last, the conclusion might end up wrong. So don't lose the connection. Okay, also make sure you attach the evidences whatever you have declared. If you say, as I said, if you have 5 million valuation, make sure you attach the valuation report, okay, which is also important. So these are the 9 points. Once again, thank you so much for listening. If you have any questions and if you feel that I've missed any points, use the comment box. It will be helpful for others. Thank you so much for listening. So in the description, I have mentioned few links, and you can download the points from the link itself. And I would suggest you to watch the entire video, because I'll be explaining each and every point a bit more so that it's easy for you to write it down. Okay, so I have also subdivided the video based on the points itself, so you can just use you can just move the cursor based on the points that you require to write.